everyone. Steve Siebold back with publicspeakersblog.com. This is our best offer of 2020. And granted, I'm only giving you a few hours to take advantage of it because we can only afford to sell so many of these at this price. But the two most powerful skills that I learned in my 23-year professional speaking career, where I made tens of millions of dollars in this business, the reason was I learned professional level keynote speaking skills from the Bill Gove Speech Workshop. That was number one by far. That took me around the world many, many times over 23 years and helped me, do really well in my career. The second thing that really amplified everything that I was doing as a keynote speaker was learning to work with the press, the national and international press. And I've literally been on television, as some of you guys know, thousands of times all over the world. And I've done 109 television interviews for my book, How Money Works, this year alone, mostly on Zoom. But why aren't all these other speakers in the media? Notice you don't see speakers on that. You see them on social media. You don't see them on CBS and NBC and Fox and CNN. And a lot of times I'll do 3 in a day. Why is that? Because they don't understand how to work with the media. If they did, they'd be doing it. It's worth a fortune. And I've done it for many, many years. And we have a whole website dedicated just to my TV interviews at steveontv.com. If you've ever seen that, steveontv.com. That's my last 200 interviews, 200 television interviews. And we update that every year from the interviews I do all over the world. And those two skills combined was sort of the holy grail of my professional speaking career and has been for a long time. And now I want you to learn these things, because if you learn these things, you'll catapult your career into 2021 when all this starts to open back up, probably later this year, hopefully later this year. We'll see what happens with the vaccine. But the bottom line is, most speakers that enter this business that I've seen over 25 years come to the Bill Gove Speech Workshop enter with substandard speaking skills. They think they're a lot better than they are. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but people tell them at their Toastmasters Club or their Rotary Club or their Kiwanis Club or their college or their high school or in their some social circle, that people tell them, you're a really good speaker. You should get paid for this. And that's interesting. But what most people don't understand is you have to be far better than most people think you do to actually get money to go up and talk. Think about it. You get in front of an audience, you're going to get paid thousands and thousands of dollars an hour just to speak. You're going to have to be pretty good. When you see really good speakers, they make it look easy. So everyone thinks they can do it. But it's actually not easy at all. It's very, very difficult to make speaking look easy. It's really true. But if you have the right training, like the Bill Gove Workshop, we've taken the whole Bill Gove Workshop, the 74-year-old going on 75-year-old Bill Gove Workshop, and turned it into a 15-hour online course because of the shutdown. And we couldn't conduct them anymore live. And honestly, it's even better because it's lifetime access. You can review it over and over and over. If I would have had this 23 years ago, I wouldn't have had to attend the live workshop 4 times in 2 years, because I kept going to learn more about the system, because I knew I was going to be a 6 or 7 figure speaker. I didn't realize it was going to be as big as it was, but I knew I was going after it. And if you feel that way going into this year, this is your best offer you're going to get. So the Publicity program is a $2,000 12-week online training we sell all the time. If you sign up for the gold package of the Bill Gove Workshop, that gives you all the coaching, the entire lifetime access to the workshop. If you sign up for that today by midnight, now there's only a few hours left, and we're doing this purposely because we're not going to sell 1 million of these purposely, because we normally sell this program for $2,000. But I was thinking earlier today, what would be the best thing I could possibly do for people that are really serious about the speaking business? Let me tell you something you may or may not know. The only people that really make money in the speaking business are serious business people. I mean, people that are really serious about pursuing this career. They don't take shortcuts. They don't expect world-class results with middle-class skills. They don't expect things to happen overnight. Serious people that really get trained and really practice and do the things they need to do have a legitimate shot at building a 6 or 7 figure speaking career. People that are playing games and think this is a hobby are kidding themselves. They're never going to make it. You have to make a serious commitment if you want to do this. Otherwise, you're kidding yourself. Oh, you'll hear all kinds of people say, just like the same people out there saying, oh, you can write a book in 30 days. Really? I've sold 1.5 million books. I've written 11 books. I've given $16 million in keynote speeches. I know a little bit about what this takes over a quarter of a century. And it's doable for pretty much anyone as long as you're serious and you prepare yourself for success. Going in half-assed is a joke. You might as well drive Uber, do something else. It's not going to work. People do it every day. They come to our workshop all the time when we were doing it live. They used to come to the workshop all over the world. And they think this is just because they want a ribbon at Toastmasters or a trophy in college as the best speaker, they're going to get paid money by companies to speak. That's not the way it works. It's not the way it works at all. But if you're good and you're trained and you practice and you do everything you're told to do, you have a legitimate shot at making it big in this business. Same with publicity. You don't just get on CNN and CBS and NBC and ABC News and Fox and CNBC. You don't just get on those. That's why you don't see any speakers on there, because they don't call us up. We go after them. Now, after a while, they start to go after you because you become a known entity in that world, in the media world. Okay, so that helps a lot. But you've got to know what you're doing. And that's what the publicity program will teach you to do. So if you'll invest a little bit of money and a lot of time in studying, you have lifetime access to both of these programs. Now, you can buy them separately, but you can save $2,000 if you do this right now in the next few hours until midnight, until the clock rings 2021 at midnight tonight. You can save yourself $2,000. So that's a pretty good offer. That's the best offer I have for you in 2020. So hopefully you'll take advantage of it. And just remember, if you really, your dream this coming into this new year is to become a professional speaker, you can do it, but you have to know what you're doing. You're not going to get away with middle-class skills or amateur skills. I promise you, it won't happen. People try it every day. It'll never happen. You need to learn how this works. That's why the Bill Gold Speech Workshop's been around for 75 years. It's trained more top speakers than any program in history. Now, the publicity program is something completely different, but it's the same thing in the context of you got to know what you're doing if you're going to be in the press. And if you want to see some of the press I've done, Google my name, and you'll see 40 pages probably of press that I've done just in the last few years. And it really helps when clients Google you and they can read about you for 10 hours straight. Makes a big difference. That's what you want to do. That's how you differentiate yourself in this business, because most speakers don't really understand this business. That's why they struggle their whole careers. And so if you're trained properly, like I was, you can write your own ticket, especially now when all these speakers are going out of business and the demand, once everything opens up, will remain the same. But mostly, a lot of the speakers are going out and getting jobs because there's no work. There's not going to be work for probably another 6 or 8 months. But if you prepare now, when everything opens back up, you'll be a pro, and you'll be ready to take the stage. I'll tell you what, it's a great career. If it's your thing, it's a heck of a career. If you haven't stood up in front of 10,000 people and delivered your speech at the best you possibly can, you haven't lived this business yet. You know, it's a very special feeling. You help a lot of people. You influence a lot of people. It's a great feeling if this is what you really want to do. But there's a price to be paid. That's life. Nobody goes without paying the price. And the price here is knowledge and then practice and rehearsal and all that. So that's the offer. If you're interested, go to the link here for the Serban School. Watch what we offer for the publicity program. And then if you want to get that $2,000 program for free, go to speechworkshop.com, sign up for the gold package. And as soon as you get it, then we'll email you all the credentials for both programs, which are both online, and you have lifetime access to both those programs. So you can become an expert in these two areas, these critical areas, in a relatively short period of time, because you can do it all from home, online, anytime you can possibly do it. It's never been done before, and not in this business. So I wish you a happy new year. Wish you a great, safe new year and save 2021. I hope you'll take advantage of the offer. But either way, I appreciate you watching the blog, and I'll see you next year. Take care.